I'm so proud of you. Is that phrase a gift or a curse, especially when it's applied to a child? When a child hears a phrase like that, I'm so proud of you, it can sound like love, but it can also feel like they have to give a performance, that they have to make their parents or their teachers more proud of them because it temporarily makes them feel good, accepted, validated. But is that sacrificing who they really are? Luckily, my parents never once told me they were proud of me. I think that's a good thing. It's a generational thing. I don't think their parents ever told them that they were proud of them. And here's why I think it's good, because as a child that was never a phrase I heard. So I wasn't going around constantly trying to make them proud, trying to please them to their dismay, I guess sometimes. But the only time my mum has ever said that she's proud of me was probably about 6 months ago. So never as a child, but 6 months ago, fully grown adult now. It was when I painted a room. I did some DIY. I'm not like a typical DIY person. Doesn't give me any joy. It's kind of something, okay, I need to do it. Would rather someone else do it. Someone else would do it better than me. But I just did it. And anyway, she says, now my mum, who's really into DIY, good at it, it's her thing. That was the first time she ever said, I'm so proud of you for doing that. Not all the other things I've accomplished in my life, no pride about those things. But that was the thing she was proud of, because look, she likes it too, so it resonated with her. Now, thank goodness that I never painted a room when I was 7 years old, because if she'd have said to me then, oh, I'm so proud of you, you painted this room, I might have gone around painting the whole house, badly, may I add. And I would have been doing that and not doing other activities which genuinely gave me joy, which genuinely I was passionate about. And so this is why pride, saying you're so proud of someone, can feel a little bit like a double-edged sword. It almost puts you into a position of self-appointed authority. I'm so proud of you. You want and pleased at your actions. Whereas I believe, especially when it comes to children, a certain level of enthusiasm and praise is nice and it's due, but using that phrase, I'm so proud of you, will ultimately try to make them people pleasers. And then look how many people pleasers there are in the world today, and who are now having to unlearn all of these behaviors and realize that no, they don't have to go around making their parents proud, making the teachers proud. They just have to follow their heart, follow activities that make them feel good. They will find their way then. And this is why I don't like the phrase, I'm so proud of you. I never use it on my child, and lo and behold, he's not going around with sort of this mental fixation of trying to make me proud. I already love him no matter what he does, whether he's failing at something. I tell him, oh, just practice, you'll get better. When he's good at something, I'm like, wow, that's a beautiful painting. Shall we hang it up on the wall? It's never, I'm so proud of you. And there's no such thing, that kind of, I guess, weird authority, superiority complex that goes on between a parent and a child just isn't between us. He can do pretty much what he wants to do as long as he is his own person, as long as he's following his passion and trying things and not giving up. That's all that's needed. And I'll use the analogy of, it's a bit cliche, but say like a farmer. And this farmer has 3 daughters and then finally gets the son. Yes, he can hand down his inheritance to the man, and all of his work, all of his toil and his grandfather's work building the land, that won't go to waste because they can hand it down to the son. But this son, because he doesn't really like milking the cows. He finds the pigs a bit dirty. Maybe he wants to be a vegan. Maybe he likes dancing. But look at the pressure there. When that farmer will say, "Oh, I'm so proud every time you've helped me do something on the farm," and then that farmer will never say, "Oh, I'm so proud that you just did that twirl over there." You are essentially then curating a misaligned path for your child by saying you're so proud of something, because usually we're only feeling that sense of pride, I guess, when someone we know reflects well on us, and also when someone we know does an activity that we ourselves resonate with. I disagree with that concept, because I think the beauty of life is that we are all different. We all get to choose our paths. We all have a gift to share with the world, and it's not necessarily the same. Usually it is not the same as your parents. Sometimes it is, but usually it's not. So the things like I like to do probably might be a little mismatched to what my son likes to do. So that's why I'd never say I was proud of him. Who am I to say I'm proud of him? He's perfectly capable as he is. He doesn't need me to tell him I'm proud of him. He should have the confidence already to be who he is. And I'm going to move on now to another overused word, phrase, which I think probably I dislike more than the proud phrase, and that is, "I'm so honoured." I'm hearing that all the time lately. "I'm so honoured to meet you. I'm so honoured to get this award. I'm so honoured to receive your email." It's like, but you're not honoured, are you, when you're saying it all the time? When you're saying a word, especially like honoured, which should be rare, ceremonial, full of meaning, something like akin to awe, you don't feel awe all the time. That's an impossibility, because then everything becomes familiar. If you're in awe of your room, it's not awe, is it? It's familiar. You should only be in awe when you're seeing some sort of like great sight that's quite like you haven't really seen before. And honoured, I think, is really energetically the same type of word. It's when you're really feeling, I guess, honoured to be in someone's presence, or I don't know why you'd even feel honoured. We're all equal. You don't need to feel honoured to be in another person's presence. Then, and you don't need to be feeling pride for other people either. We can just get on without these sort of strange complexes. But yeah, this word honoured, it's so overused now, and you'll notice that if one person use "I'm so honoured to meet you" once, they're saying it all fucking time. They're saying it to everyone. And so how can you be genuinely honoured to meet me if you don't even know me? We just met. So obviously it's just bullshit, isn't it? They're just trying to be like overly polite or using flattery even. And how can you be truly honoured when you're saying it to every Tom, Dick and Harry? You're not using the word, you're diluting its meaning. So I'm just standing there going, well, you're not honoured, so why are you saying it? I work freelance and independently, but also that means sometimes I join big groups sometimes, so it'll be like 200 people in kind of like an event setting. I was put on the WhatsApp group for this, so yeah, another like sort of a few hundred people were on it, and this is the type of setting where it would seem to be the company event mantra, where everyone was going around saying they're so honoured, they're so honoured to be here, they're so honoured to meet that person. But and this is what happens when people use the word but don't mean it energetically. The WhatsApp group, I can only describe it as the opposite of being honourable. The amount of slating and shit and arguing that was going on this WhatsApp group, I had to just come out of it. So I'm not getting pings every 20 seconds where people are going, "Who the fuck is parked in this space?" Like quite. If you imagine what do we imagine really to be someone of honor. It could be a medieval knight in shining armor. He's honorable. Would he really be going around saying, "Move that fucking car away from there. I'm so honored to meet you"? That's not honorable if you're only saying the words and not actually acting honorably. Which, I'm always skeptical of words and phrases. It's really about the energy that's coming from the person and not the words they use. And if they're overly using these words and phrases emitting flattery, I find it slightly manipulative, and I find that often these people are trying to put themselves in a superior position in a conversation or like a work setting or even a friendship setting, whereas really you should just kind of have just a neutral respect for everyone, especially when you just first meet them. Optimistic about who their character is. I don't necessarily think you need to say that you're honoured when you're not honoured to meet someone you don't know. So those are the two phrases I dislike. Those are my reasons why, and they can be misleading.